Why play Zyra Support? Well, she brings tons of damage. She also brings tons of lockdown, her poke is amazing, and she's a great team fighter. However, she is incredibly squishy with no mobility, and she can struggle from behind, somewhat relying on her damage. Zyra's passive is she periodically spawns 1 or 2 seeds nearby that last for 30 seconds and grant sight of the area. Enemy champions can stand on these seeds to destroy them, and if Zyra uses a Q or E on them or nearby the seeds, they become a plant. Zyra's Q is a rectangular skill shot, which, after a short delay, deals damage to enemies hit. This ability also has a larger box around where it hits, and if any seeds are within this area, they become plants, with the Q making them into thorn spitters which have very good range. Zyra's W places a seed on the floor in the same way her passive does. She can have up to 2 of these stored at one time, and killing an enemy reduces the cooldown of this ability, and she instantly gets 1 back when she kills a large enemy or gets a takedown. Zyra's E is a straight line skill shot which surges out a row of vines towards enemies, dealing damage to all enemies hit and rooting them. Similar to her Q, this ability also has a larger box around it, and if any seeds were within this, they become vine lashers, which have lower range but slow enemies hit. Zyra's ultimate places a large circle on the floor which deals damage to all enemies hit as it expands. After 2 seconds, all enemies within are then knocked up. All plants within her ultimate become enraged, gaining more health and size, refreshing their duration, and each time they attack twice. For combos, start with E, then throw out 2 Ws to be activated by E. After this, use Q and then spam away with attacks. And your all-in combo is to use E into the 2 Ws followed by your ultimate. Follow up with Q into more attacks. For matchups, Zyra is great into enchanter support, simply locking them down and blowing them up. However, she can struggle against long-range supports who will bully her. For runes, take this. Your E makes Comet pretty guaranteed. For build order, start Wild Atlas and Pot into a Blackfire Torch and tier 2 boots. After this, Elyandries and Crystal Scepter are great pickups before finishing a build with any of these as needed. For skill order, start E then W then Q before maxing E then Q then W, taking ult whenever you can. For summoner spells, take Flash and Ignite. For synergies, Zyra pairs well with champions who can benefit from her long-range engage, or can help follow up the CC chain after she engages. Starting the game, you're looking to harass your opponent and make life uncomfortable for them. In the early game, before people have boots, your Q is incredibly hard to avoid, and will easily proc your support item while giving you mana flow. Especially if you can link this up with a seed or 2, it's great damage. However, from as early as level 2, with your E and W available to you, you have great kill threat. The damage your E brings, along with the lockdown, along with creating 2 plants, and along with Ignite, is simply tons of damage. And if your carry can follow this up, it's often easy kills. And when you hit level 6, this kill threat just goes through the roof. Enter in the mid game, take your tower as soon as possible and rotate mid with your carry. Help them siege where you can and rotate towards objectives. Entering late game, you can play as the backline mage or engage. When playing the backline, simply spam out your spells, deal tons of damage using E and ultimate to protect yourself. When engaging, use E followed with your ultimate to knock up the entire enemy team. And that's how to play Zyra Support. If this video helped you, leave a like and comment below who you want to see next.